works. Little one's not happy. Anyways, we're gonna do a little bit more and then we're gonna stop for the day. What was that noise? Oh, shh. Bouncy, 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 bouncy. Yeah? Hang on. It's okay. Hey, come here. Come here. Alright. Come on. You're okay. You're okay. Okay, so I need to go to his car, because... apparently there's something here I can use. Get money.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio mic.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
Transport enclosure. Regular people just call it the cage.
Okay, look in the
The
transport.
cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat.
There you
Their
go.
silver edges sparkle in
Yeah?
the dark.
I confiscated these 4 a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal.
You said something about a pawn shop?
Yes, there's one 100 meters south of here. I think it's called Roy's Nest or something. If I'm not mistaken, it should be open late.
Okay.
Items that can be pawned at Bird's Nest Roy's appear in your inventory under the Items tab. You can pawn these items when talking to Roy.
Thanks, I appreciate
The
your help.
lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. It'd be over here somewhere, I'm guessing. Hi. Humanitarian aid tuna fish. Hey, can I see where this thing is? No, not really. What? Hi. Yeah. You are okay. You know that this is not easy, right? Is this the pawn shop?
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
Yes, it is.
What can I do for you?
Have you had any trouble lately?
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistent law enforcement.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake.
You okay?
People
Okay, stop
who are
doing that with your
terminally
eyeball.
bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
I may have something to add
It
to it.
keeps me entertained.
He's well composed, but underneath it you sense psychedelic processes bubbling. Some kind of drug, maybe.
Do you have any guns like the ones carried by the officers of citizens militia?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple
Oh
days
god, we
back.
pawned our gun. Oh, well. That's not good.
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. Oh god. The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
I sold you my gun.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia. And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
Was the buyer a policeman?
She didn't seem like a policeman. Although she kept referring to herself as a pig. Which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her.
Okay. Hi.
Truth be told, she was
It is handy how this
terrifying.
game can be played with just like
Right, so
terrifying, eh?
let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
I'm sorry I sold my gun.
Yeah, it's not good. I do hope we manage to clean this mess up somehow, while also keeping our focus on the murder investigation.
Any idea where I can find the
My
buyer?
apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from, or where she went.
Okay.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it right now. You just have to hope Everard wasn't lying, and the Union can track her down in time.
Did the Union people come here?
Maybe. Shady-looking guys came in here yesterday, looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls. They asked if I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it.
Okay.
They went their way. It was a trip, but you know, all sorts of people come here, asking
Hi.
for all sorts of things.
Wait, then it might be true.
Are you trying to
Everard's
say
claims.
ah? Or are you yawning?
Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun.
It's okay.
People as oleaginous as Everard seem like they're lying, even when they're really being truthful.
Okay. Hang on. You want some more? Just fed him, but gotta be going through a growth spurt. What's that look for? Eh? Is that what you want? Yes, it is. Okay, there you go. I guess that was the look of put in my mouth.
Of course.
Might be able to aid in our
I doubt
investigation.
it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Know anything about the hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business, bad for everyone.
doesn't know anything.
Okay.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
Ask about the gun
Sure
hand?
thing.
No.
Sure, man.
Something I'd like to
Yes,
sell.
we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump a misc banger? No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
Of course. I meant no offense. 200.
Thank you. Here's the 130 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
The rest is for him, to compensate for the pain of being separated from his radiant spinners.
Anything else you're thinking of selling? Anything else you're thinking of selling?
You know what? I'm gonna not pawn just yet. It's like, I know I could pawn some of this, but
Another time, perhaps.
I want to make sure that I don't have a use for it first. All right.
Can I help you? Yes. Have you got it?
I have your money.
Well,
Here it is. Sorry for the trouble.
great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow. The electronic lock to your room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from...
Yes?
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Good night,
Just a
Lieutenant.
moment. You had some questions earlier, I believe. And besides, we should
Okay.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
Where shall we begin? We should talk about the investigation, first and foremost. But I also remember you wanting to discuss the RCM?
How do you think today went?
Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it. Our inspection could have been more thorough, as it always can, but we have some leads we can follow up on. Then you shot him in the chest, which wasn't ideal, but we did manage to get him down from the tree. So as they say, all's well that ends well.
by not ideal, he means he can't believe he let you try that trick and would be angry if he didn't feel the outcome.
I'm a
was
lot of
partly
practice.
Being sober also tends to help with precision. Anyway, we performed the field autopsy on the victim. We found some things we can really work with. I still feel like we're missing something, but we performed a thorough search of the premises of the crime scene. That's great. Now, as for interviews, my list of people to talk to here in Martinez, I mean.
Oh, we talked to some people.
Including Everard Clare, a daunting adversary, if there ever was one. He wasn't particularly forthcoming with useful information, however.
He's not saying much on the matter, because he thinks you could have gotten more out of Everard.
I'm sure I can get him to tell us more.
Claire also helped you, how should I say, remember your name?
I have a feeling I might have messed this up by not taking the body to the fridge first, but... I want a different name when I haven't ruined yet.
You can look into the process of changing your name after we finish this investigation. We talked to Joyce, Monsieur, but didn't get any information from her. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us.
If Kim is emphasizing something this much, it really must be important.
Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
I don't know why I do the things
It's
I do.
impressive, especially for a man your age, and in those hills. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
So what are our powers exactly in the
They're
RCM?
quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Rebachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
Wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse?
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM.
Okay, what else?
We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station closely. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
Can you be sure they'll show up?
You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up. As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power.
What happens to the people we convict?
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Courant and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them.
Okay, who makes all these rules?
The coalition government, and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less. Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Rebachol or the coalition government founded the RCM. Silence. A great comment to such a conundrum. The
Okay.
Moralist
Apparently he
International
trusts me now
are
or
the world's
something.
largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
I really don't know that's how bad it is in here.
Okay. They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
What do they believe in?
What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
Those others say they continue the humanist project set forth by Dolores Day.
Who was Dolores Day?
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
What do you think of them?
Moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen. Do you?
Things are bad. We need them. They've done an awful job. Have you seen the place? We're stooges in the world's biggest bourgeois organization protecting bourgeois rights. Wow. Done. They've done an awful job. Have you seen this place?
We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes.
Vigilantes sound bad.
Sadly, it is what we already are to the people of Martinez. Most of them, at least, especially the Union. Vigilantes. I expect our job here to prove quite challenging.
Thank you for this.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Okay. Now he's gonna stay here. This means now I can go steal the boots. Hey Tachil, how you doing? Probably gonna stop. I just want to say like soon. Like maybe 20 minutes to half an hour, but probably nothing tomorrow, and then I'm assuming Mux is probably gonna be relatively busy this week, so
The man is decomposing visibly now. Every hour, he looks less like a creature and more like a pile of intestines. The body is reluctant to let go of the boots, as though it were its last bit of dignity.
how are you doing though, Tachil?
Wow, Kuno's little sneak pig's back for the booty.
Yeah, fuck it to pieces for us, liar cop.
It's not completely useless. You're able to reveal a little more of the putrid polymer sock beneath the boot. It's not completely useless. It feels like the leg is going to come off along with the boot, but you're able to get.
You're doing good. Started a Final Fantasy X playthrough. Nice.
Just relax. This is easy. This is happening.
Try to twist the boots off one by one.
This is the right method. It takes some time, but eventually the boots come
Nice.
off with nasty slices of polymer sock stuck to even bigger pieces of skin
Yeah.
and rotting flesh.
Look, he's skinning the fucker up good. Puka style.
Hell, keep at it, pig.
The legs look like they've been clawed at by wild animals. As for the boots, you can't possibly do anything with them until you've cleaned and disinfected them thoroughly. Yes, these absolutely need to be washed before. The stink is incredible. Didn't the Whirling have a kitchen?
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
He fucked the tree up. Fucked it good. It was porno.
You need to act decisively. It's Kuno. Use Kuno words.
Stop choking, Kuno. The faggot has got you in a chokehold.
Fuck. Kuno's not fucking choking. Like fuck you did. Kuno's gonna keep saying kipped forever now. Kipped. do you want anyway? You got your fuck bag down. Now let's talk normal shit. Yes, yes. Kuno wants a normal conversation. Ask normal shit, please.
Found your shack.
You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in?
Push the panels aside,
And
dude.
then what? You fucking there. You fucking Kuno's kingdom.
He's trying to fuck at you again, Kuno.
What's with the tube?
It's a vitamin pig. Don't you know anything?
You could use some.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, whatever. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno grows through like a tube a day, and you look like you could use a battle.
No, I don't think it's working very well for you.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's gonna use it against you, Kuno.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die.
What's with the pig head?
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
Forget it, I'm not saying those things.
Too brutal for you, huh? Kuno, fuck your tongue off.
No.
Of course you want back in there. Everyone wants back in there.
Kind of plate covered with residue.
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there, pig.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom. Kuno doesn't...
Hear that? Magnesium. That's what you're lacking. The lack of magnesium has you slouched. Yes, and it's critical. Look at yourself. You're practically devolving into a fish due to the lack of magnesium in your bloodstream. Maggot sideways? What are you talking about? You need to maggot up. You've probably had 2 heart attacks and a minor stroke already. And the only prescription is insane amounts of magnesium.
I have a strong feeling that's something like a drug, so... Wait, it is here. Alright, we're gonna have to go sleep.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. You reach out to grab the tie, but what's this? Diffuse, radiating chest pain.
Really?
This is bad. Feels like sharp stones grinding in your chest and keeping you from moving for quite a long time. Still ongoing. Now is a good time to start worrying. Finally, the pressure recedes. You find yourself covered in cold sweat and trying not to move, hoping it will keep you from dying.
Alright, alright. I'll go
The bed is
sleep.
cold and not particularly inviting, but it's
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
There we go. We're all into bed.
The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes.
Fine, you can keep sleeping. No, I think I'll woke him up.
And then sleep doesn't come.
That was weird. Why?
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Roll over
It's
to
a
the other
little
side.
better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it? Something to do with, what was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves.
Fall asleep.
Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
There we go. I started working on the mascot a little bit yesterday. Not a lot, I just kind of got the basic form in.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
What is this?
What it says on the can, Harry. Answer the question.
I was born in a hospital where people usually go to die.
You're not kidding anyone, Harry. You don't remember shit. Tell me, do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
You said who?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth?
Hi. I was last.
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I don't want to come back.
They were only cramping your descent into the abyss. Now they're gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. All of it. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
What is Elysium?
Everything. The pale and the useless. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
You've seen me before.
No, you haven't. You're just sleep talking. And the act is wearing thin, too. The spots on the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time, sweating up the bed. Stinky boy.
I can come back to
You're
you.
not coming back from shit, thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours, bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
I'm trying to solve this case.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
God, there's another type.
Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Oh, I got another level though. Bump up our logic.
Good going, buddy.
Oh my god, what the hell was that?
Just a dream. You have ones like that all the time. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night. You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
Feels super good.
That's not really true. Your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. You're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline.
What is speed?
Speed is a potent central nervous
Okay, so
system
actual
stimulant.
speed.
It kept you propped up all day yesterday, despite your debilitating hangover. How else did you think you even got up from this floor? It's power, man. It's professionalism. It makes you feel like you're young again and ready to detect. Ready to go to war against the world.
No.
Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired. Suit yourself, slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark.
Can I try to get the tie again?
This fan has 2 chain pull switches.
Yeah. Can I go in the kitchen? Yes, you can.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you.
You wouldn't mind if I boiled some boots, would you?
The man takes another drag of his cigarette and shakes his head, smiling widely. It's not clear whether he understood your question. This industrial gas-powered stove has been used to prepare food for many hungry hostel guests. There are several pots and pans.
What are you planning to do? Throw a dinner party? Please refrain from culinary experiments until after we finish.
The stove is...
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. The Union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them. One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about
I am, but I think we have to go deal with the body first.
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you.
Actually.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red.
So what do you think? It
Watching
looks big
over
enough for
all
two
the ice
corpses.
cream.
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it is capacious and cold enough, too.
Your visual confirms you could fit 2 more bodies in the ice bear fridge.
Shall we go and get the body, then? I'll take the head, you take the feet. The stairs won't be easy, but we'll manage.
Yes.
The body is heavier than you expected and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get the butcher. Then 10 more minutes to stuff it into the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
Beautiful. A dead body in a nice bare fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
I was gonna say, I'm not sure I believe you.
Of course you don't. Look at that. What have we done? We stuffed a dead body in a nice bare fridge. This does not leave this room.
Not proud either, but we did find a
As
fridge.
impressive as the fridge is, this is a small victory among numerous defeats.
Guys, I just stuffed a corpse into a fridge after stealing its boots.
At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection under controlled circumstances.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
We're gonna come back.
Lonesome, long way home. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox.
Okay. Okay. Interact? What do I have?
These boots were probably left on the corpse because they were impossible to pull off while it was hanging. They're not exactly pleasant to look at right now, much less smell. Graceful whirls cover the boot's glossy surface. These will be gorgeous once you get them clean.
Okay, with the soles.
Fairweather T500 VE is imprinted under each heel. Still, just pieces of sock and rotten cadaver.
Ew.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friso. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover. To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections. International developments. Kunst.
Okay. Let's go talk to the people and... Wait, can I yell up this again?
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace,
No,
coloring it pitch black. A hollow ring echoes through the furnace. Your toe hurts.
Oh, now I can do this again.
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then...
Hello?
Hello, are you there? Speak to me.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
you hear a low rumble upstairs.
Yes.
The sound of a...
After you, officer.
Oh wait, I need a flashlight in my hand though. There we go. This and then her. Oh, dice. More dice.
Hello, I'm Nia. Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Milius. So what kind of die are you looking for?
She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
What do you mean by being good?
Yes, Amelia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these. Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
Why are you asking me about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's
Novelty
why you're
die,
here,
eh? I wonder if she makes dice with little duckies inside of them.
Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
Sure.
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set, unless you want something really unusual. Take a look around and see if there's any particular stone you want to use.
It almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shells like stalagmites. No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need.
Hey, what do you know about the man that was lynched?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
But
the lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
what do you mean by daily
Well,
ruckus?
there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard. During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
Okay.
She's heard of the murder, but did not see it, sire.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
You never took your eyes off to look
I
out the
might
window?
have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness.
It's light here, but dark in the yard at night.
It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
This person values focus above all. She keeps her sharp sight on the instruments before her.
You often work Sunday
It's
nights?
an odd profession, making dice for people. But I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
Okay, thank you.
She nods.
Anything else, officer?
What is this
We're
place?
inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know. But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Creative.
When she arrived here, there was no room anywhere else. She must have known the other businesses.
You know what happened to the other tenants? Everyone else is gone.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Oh, quite a lot of them spring to mind.
There used to be a hair salon, right?
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
A bit of experimenting every now and then isn't bad. It's not about the haircut, it's about the confidence.
Guess I'm a simple man.
Me neither. I just want it off my face.
Okay, guys. I'm gonna call it there, though. Oh, I can't. Hang on. Can I?
Good. I hope it's class.
We'll come back and we'll talk to her more later. I'm gonna call it there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Again, I'm probably gonna be off tomorrow just because I've got an appointment. After that, though, I'm expecting Mux will probably be busy most of the week, which means I'll probably be streaming for a good chunk of the day. Maybe we'll probably do some of this, and maybe I'll try to mix in some 3D modeling. But for now, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I will catch you guys all next time. Bye, everybody.